Okay, we could move to the chaotic question of the week.
Yeah,
Woo woo.
All right. So
we did
so
it.
every week we do the chaotic question of the week. We get two choices and you pick
Oh, I know my
one
answer.
of the two questions and then you answer that question. So this week's chaotic question of the week is which movie villain do you low key think had a point? Or if your FBI agent monitoring your cell phone could ask you one question, what do you think they would ask you?
Mm.
And why? Don't and why? Are either of you ready? Cause
Yes.
okay, let's see it, Magic.
So I'm going with question number one,
Okay.
because I'm not about to be out here like that. Um, but
I'm
I
crying.
think just gonna go with my first answer because I
Mhm.
would just figure out a million answers to this one question.
Okay.
But my first answer when I read the question
Yeah.
was Megamind.
Megamind.
Hmm.
What's
I can't
Megamind
remember
in?
his story.
Talk me through. Yeah.
So and I can't even fully remember it, but that was just my first answer.
Okay. That was your
Like I
first
just knew
answer.
that when I watched it, I
Yeah.
felt like why like he should have been like that. And I feel like it was because he was trying to be cool with everybody
Hmm.
and they would just like being so mean to him. I mean, it's either like him or the Grinch, but they kind of had the same story. Low key, they had the same story. Like
Okay.
just they were younger and they were trying to be innocent and
Yeah.
people immediately just made them out to be this person like as far as treating them that way when
Hmm.
they really weren't
Hmm.
until the point where they grow up and they are what you call
They
them to
just like,
be.
yeah, you can call me
And
this
now
so
you
many
mad.
times.
Like
Yeah.
exactly. And he was brilliant,
Okay.
like but I just feel like they didn't have to, if they were making fun of him for being the way he was, like
It
he would have
wouldn't have
never
went
been
like
like that.
that.
And I guess that's most
Hmm.
villains. Like.
Not that is a lot. Like that's a real common plot, but the especially the Grinch specifically. I don't know
Like they show
Megamind.
you like him
Hmm?
babyish.
Okay.
And the same person he's beefing with when he get older
Yeah.
is the same person he was trying to be cool with. And I feel like that happened in both scenarios. Like so I just
Gotcha.
feel like so it's either Mega Man or the Grinch.
Okay. The Grinch definitely had a good point. I rewatched The Grinch as an adult with a totally different lens.
Hmm.
Totally different lens.
That's why I like watching
Why
kid
they
movies
bothering this
now.
man? Why they
Yeah.
bothering this man? Bro, just he's just minding his business, up and being miserable, but not like he not coming into
But
the
he's
town.
chilling. Yeah,
Terror,
he's
he
chilling.
just minding his business. Then Shorty gonna pull up. I digress.
Yeah.
You're a mean one. Do you got your answer, Flacco? Or
I
you?
think I do. And I think I got two people for
Okay.
mine. But of course, we're picking the same stuff
Yeah,
as
picking the same
always.
question. Of course.
Um, so I got two, and one of the only reason I got two is because one of them I can't remember 100%,
Okay.
but I think I got the full gist. So first one would be
Oh
Morgana.
shoot.
For those of
Morgana.
you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, Morgana is Ursula's sister from
Little Mermaid.
Ariel. Mermaid,
Ariel.
right. So, Ursula was fat. She had a very scrawny, skinny sister. So
Okay.
there was a Little Mermaid too, which
Okay.
fuck with me. Great
Sequel.
movie.
Okay.
And it's basically about the Little Mermaid's daughter, and the whole thing kind of happens all over again, but with the skinny sister.
Okay.
Um, and the whole point why I'm bringing the skinny sister up is because most of the thing, the whole point, I think, from what I can remember, um, she was evil because her family, and basically her mom,
Mm.
everybody wanted her to be like Ursula.
Yeah.
Like, and one of the things, she's just like having a meltdown, and she
Mm.
was like, "Why can't you be more like your sister?" Like,
Yeah.
and I could just imagine you're just
Trying
every
to be
day in your
yourself.
house, and she's just like, "Well, you're so stupid. Why can't you know what I mean?" I was like, I feel that, like, because if it's outside people,
Mhm.
you're like, whatever. I'm gonna go home. My family love me.
Yeah.
Nah, dog.
This is your fam.
And Ursula was fat and a terrible person, and you still are not enough. You know what I mean? Like, she had terrible tendencies, just all bad, but you still weren't good enough. And that to me is crazy. So that's one. And
Mhm.
two, I really, really, really feel a little deep about this. And I would say the Joker from the Laughing one. I don't know the difference between the
Uh,
different movies,
is
but
it recently or an old Joker?
I want to say maybe like 3-4 years ago,
Oh,
and it was the
recently.
Joker that couldn't stop. He had like this disease where he
Yeah.
couldn't stop
Yep. Yep.
laughing,
I know what I'm talking
and
about.
that movie was
Mm-hmm.
very traumatic.
Yes.
Beautiful movie. Like I never, I don't do too much superhero stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect that to come, like to
Mm-hmm.
be that what it was. And I think if I watch a different one, I'm gonna be disappointed because I want
I
like
want that.
I want that. Yeah, I want
That's
exactly that
the
movie
version
all
of
over
the
again.
Joker.
But
I'm
yeah, I
crying.
think that he definitely had super valid points
Mm-hmm.
because people was really there was no reason. Like
Yeah.
there was no reason. Son was just
Yes.
really just he had a car, like, hey, I'm just a little
Yeah.
off. Like, just
I'm
I'm
working on
sorry.
it.
Hey. And
Yes.
they was just it
Bullying
was
him.
bad. Like
Yeah.
that was I think he
Hmm?
deserved it even less than the Grinch. Like
With him, or at least with that movie, so I feel like it's told in the perspective from him. So when I watched it, I didn't think of him as the villain. Like I knew he was the Joker, but I was like, of this story, he's the good guy. Like
yeah,
that was
like
how
what's
I
going
saw it.
on?
So yeah, I was like with him the entire time. That never like dawned on me that he could be the bad guy. With me though, with everybody, anybody who watched Heath Ledger's Joker, naturally we have to make that connection. And Heath Ledger's Joker was so good. It was so good. It
Was
was
that
like
the why
Is it
are
the
you
annoyingly
same
good.
guy?
smiling?
From Dark Knight. No, this was
Or was it a different
2008.
one?
Yeah, this is a
Oh,
long time ago. So a bunch of people have played Joker, over the
right.
years, Jack Nicholson. But for me, especially where I was in 2008, I was 16 years old, very impressionable. That that depiction of the Joker was so good. It like ruined everything Joker for me after that.
Mm.
Um, but I did watch that Joker, and I did feel you where he
That was
was.
such a yo.
He
My
was
son was just trying to live.
yeah, he was really
I
just
feel
being
like that's.
himself.
I feel like when you get older, you start to understand the villains even more.
Yes.
In
Hmm.
general, just like most movies.
Yeah.
Valid
It's like they
point.
got a point. they got an okay point.
Yeah,
Um,
like even Scar apparently. Like I
Scar.
didn't see the new movie yet, but I'm gonna go see Mufasa, and
Yeah.
from what I kind of tried to avoid
Hmm.
spoilers and stuff like that, I feel like just from what I'm already hearing, I feel like when I walk away, I'm gonna be like, I get it, Scar.
Yeah.
Which getting to that point is crazy.
Like he was next in line, no.
He
like
was, but that was
he he got jumped by this adopted dude. We don't know him.
hmm
Um, for me with the chaotic question, not me closing the agenda. I'm crying. I was gonna do villain. And I was gonna say Wanda from Multiverse of Madness because she just wanted to be with her kids. But since y'all both pick villain, I'm gonna do FBI agent.
just wants to be
Oh yeah, I
against
want
the
to be
grain.
different. I gotta be an outlier. If the FBI agent monitoring my phone could ask what one question, what do I think it would be? I think it would be a why question. It's like why? Like there's a lot of things in my phone that it's just like, oh, okay, but why are you doing this? And I'm just like, I know why because Michelle Brown raised me for no reason. But like,
For no
there's so
reason.
much like
Yeah.
people asking me for help, people trying to get educated on a thing, people trying to get my opinion on Donald Trump, and for the most part, every time I reply and every time like it takes something out of me and every
hmm
time, so I literally
It's
got
okay to
this
ignore
flip
us
phone. I got
sometimes.
like the new flip phone,
Ooh.
so I could do this. There's something so satisfying about the call.
Felt.
This is the phone that I only call
I,
in emergency.
I literally got it for that purpose. But yeah, I think they would say, why? Why do you do this? Why are you working so hard? Because I think about that a lot. Like
hmm
I'm doing a lot for others, and I don't
hmm
have to. Like no, there's nothing. I've done my duty to Syracuse. I've given Syracuse way more than it's given me. I've given America way more than it's given me. Like if I wanted to just go live in the mountains and just vibe out, like
hmm
I could do that.
You could
I
do that.
could, and I choose not to because I want to give more. I want to help. you know, I
We love a
so
gracious king.
it's like Marvel, there's a Spider-Man with great power, great responsibility.
That part.
It's like, nah, I don't want great responsibility. I just want to take my
Just
great
want the
power.
power.
I just want the power, and I just want to use the power to make movies and, you know, stand-up comedy sets and things that I
Yeah.
find enjoying. But yeah, I think that would be it. Was there anything